My fellow Illuminaries, welcome back to the channel. Elden Ring Night Rain has been a pretty fun play the past 2 days. I've been playing random queue and with friends. I've been playing with and without people. I lied. There's no way I'm playing this game single player, which is the first time I literally have to say for a FromSoftware game. Let's start with this. It is a fine game. It's pretty good. I don't know what the opinion of the rest of the internet is, as I don't watch too many other videos. But the ones I did, they also said it was a fine game. Now, in terms of should you play it alone, I'm not too sure. But here's my experience. It's great with friends. The first boss was amazing. I love how hard he was. I loved the first time you spawn into the map. I love all the little things that they did to make it feel different than Elden Ring itself. And I love all the little things that it did concerning the story with the woman with the hood over her head and the Revenant. And I have to say, if the game had more events like that, more random events that would hit you, volcanoes. One time I got hit with a volcano erupting right when I got there. Secret locations. If the game had more of those hidden in the map, which it does have hidden locations, and maybe like 2-3 more map variations, maybe one of the haggle tree, one for the for Kaled, one, and maybe one for the snow map. Nah, not the snow map. I'm good on the snow map. It would be an amazing experience, but as it is right now, it seems unfinished, which is what you want me to say, not what I was hoping for from the same studio that gave me Elden Ring, where I felt the game was never finished, and now, and then we get this. Hey, if you put your name on it, I have to just take it at face value. I don't care if another studio tighten the bolts up. We just gotta say, hey, it is what it is. But for the price it came out with, in America, it was like $40. Now, if you did the pre-order stuff, which I never do, unless it's a free game, then I'll give you the money straight up, because I do not want you saying I'll come back later and hit you up with that nonsense. You know what I mean? No. I'll give you the money straight up. Your game's not free. Stop the cap. Anyway, for the price tag, there's no extra DLCs. There's no microtransactions. I think people, for all those things going for it, it's a pretty solid game. It's pretty great. So if I was gonna give it a 6 without all the other stuff, like if I just put it in a vacuum without the industry microtransaction me to death, then it'll probably be a 6. But since it exists in this climate, it's an 8. Yeah, it goes up 2 points. No microtransactions, no DLCs hovering over your head, no season pass. I don't, at least I didn't see one. No $10 for a season pass, no $5 for this. Did I realize the season pass costs more than a meal from McDonald's? Which I guess, it makes sense, because the movie theater also costs a lot. That's how I kind of justify this stuff, but it's not exactly like ideal, So, in terms of the map itself, it's pretty great. But it's just Limgrave, basically, with kind of like how Dark Souls 3 was at the end, was kind of combining all of the maps, like because the world was ending. Kind of felt like that. The characters themselves had they kind of made me believe that they were gonna have interesting stories, but not really. You have to read them. I mean, if you're not a big reader of your video games, then this isn't gonna help you out. If you're a story mode skipper, you won't know anything. Like, you can't even source out context clues or anything for real. I guess you could just say that guy's a barbarian. Yeah. If you have friends who are good at these games, it's pretty good to have, because, dude, these bosses can be hard, especially if you don't follow the simple hey, this boss is weak to holy, so you should probably damage him with holy damage. It's high pressured, so for me, it was more like it was hard to explain things how I want to my friends. Usually I would like to help them out, give them, because I'm usually like the on the better side, but couldn't do that too much. I would have to sell a complete game, and I don't like doing that. I wish you could just queue up as 2, so I could just like help him out, but be able to. I don't think I'm able to do that at all. So yeah, we tried. Had to find a third and sell that third member. I'm sorry for that third who got sold during our game. Elden Ring literally gave me no other options. My bad. Elden Ring Night Rain. The Night Lords themselves are pretty cool if you're into that sort of thing. And it's not really doom and gloom, but it's like I wanted more, man. I wanted more, and I didn't get more. It was a cool game. It's past the time, I guess. Until they come out with something real that actually captures the imagination that we're used to from people. But right now, I don't. The sprint button's pretty cool, I guess. You can run a little faster. You don't take fall damage. You're jumping around. No horses. Or it does not make a guest appearance, as far as I know. So you're just gonna have to run really, really fast. I wish the ring didn't exist, or better yet, there was a modifier to take off the ring. So when you do play with friends, you could just take your time exploring the map if you wanted to do that. Maybe a practice mode where you could take your time without the ring closing in on you. Just some modifiers that games nowadays usually have, like a practice mode, customizable maps, different character switches, like the skins you don't get until you beat the second boss, and I'll tell you, not a lot of people are gonna beat the first boss, so let alone the second one. And people didn't make good decisions in the original Elden Ring. I didn't see a lot of good decisions so far. The game's only been out 2 days, granted. And it does get a little bit repetitive because the map doesn't change. Ain't the map, dude. How much more do we have to spend extra DLC to get a map change? I don't get it. Each Night Lord should have a map change. If I'm fighting a different Night Lord, it should be a different map. Elden Ring got that right. If I'm fighting Radon, it should be in Caelid. His hometown. It's a home game for the boss. It did not feel like a home game for none of these bosses. It felt like we were just meeting on neutral ground. I thought these guys were supposed to be terrorizing the... I wanted to fight the dog, the first boss, in a forgery. You know what I mean? Like a foundry with a sword. Maybe the blacksmith's making the sword there or something. I don't know. Kind of remind me of Atreus and Sif from the Dark Souls games. The jellyfish boss wasn't fun. Some of them just weren't fun. Oh. I'm not mad at that. I'm not mad. I'm just a little disappointed. So, yeah. Y'all be easy. Give the game a 6 out of 10, 8 out of 10 in today's video game climate. And I hope y'all enjoy the games. Stay lit, my good fellows of the lodge. Keep your fezzes. What do you call those fezzes? Keep your fezzes right. Do the secret handshake. And always tip big if you got it. Tough world out there.